talk about what's going on with the late.
I thought, how many minutes to get the chat? Vad är det? Så, second. Come on. Let's go.
Latest updates with the voice acting drama, which is just so fun. In case you guys don't know, 2 more voice actors were replaced. Deserved by the way. And if you think they didn't deserve to get replaced, I'm sorry that you're uninformed and unintelligent, but here's the reality, guys. When someone's not doing their job, they should hire somebody who will do that job. I don't care about your working conditions. I truly don't. Do your job or quit. It's really that easy. And you can say that's so mean, and it probably is, but the reality is, as a consumer, all I care is for the game to be good. And they're making the games worse. I don't want to have to read the dialogue when it's supposed to be voiced.
Welcome back, guys, and thank you for the amazing support on yesterday's video, where we discussed...
And also, if Paimon's VA gets replaced in Genshin Impact, I will go back and do the 4.0 or 5.0 story quest, 5.0 story quest of Natlin. I will do that, and that is my word. As long as Paimon's VA is replaced, I will go back to Genshin and try out Natlin. I absolutely will.
The recent news about Honkai Star Rail's main characters being replaced by Hoyoverse, seemingly because the Yays were a part of this strike or unofficial strike or collective work refusal, however you want to put it. And so the months go by, they still refuse to work, and Hoyoverse eventually, well, now has replaced them, as mentioned, with Yays who are willing and want to work. By the way, guys, look at that. I'm almost at 1,000 followers on my VTuber Twitter account.
Wow!
Consider following me on my VTuber Twitter account, linked in the description and pinned comment. Now let's return to Allegra Clark and a series of tweets that she previously made that we actually talked about before. Why are we taking a look at this? Because this is going to be the prelude, a quick reminder of what she said then, as she has made another recent statement similarly saying that the strike needs to end, and some other voice actors, including I believe the VA for Capitano in Genshin Impact, has also just shared similar sentiments. So, as mentioned, let's get a quick refresher of what occurred here, then we'll move on to the new stuff. Just read up to like the first 3 here, where she said,
Sure.
I'm not privy to anything that happens during negotiations, what the current language is or isn't, or anything along those lines. But I am genuinely scared that this strike will have done more damage to the industry than anyone could have foreseen, whether AI wins or not.
First of all, it's not about AI. This is deceptive language at its finest. And second of all, yeah, I don't know how anybody thought you guys refusing to work for nearly a year just to get a couple more bucks would ever benefit the gaming industry as a whole. Absolutely not.
This, as you guys probably know, responded Jennifer Hale, who made a statement regarding something she said and apologizing for that thing during a committee meeting for SAG-AFTRA about the strike, once again back on May 1st. So, Allegra Clark then said, there's so much ugliness happening in the community, mistrust, accusations, sabotage, and fractured friendships.
Allegra, isn't that what you did to me?
Yep.
Because as far as I'm concerned, you deem me as a problematic person to even communicate with. You even went off on me on Twitter multiple times, calling me a fucking bigot. What the fuck is this holier-than-thou attitude that you have when, by the way, Allegra, let me ask you a question here real quick. Do you know the only creator in all of the Hoyo space that gave a platform for voice actors to speak out and talk about their issues? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess. Time's up. It was me. And after I had attempted multiple times to not only help the Hoyo voice actors, I also attempted to help the fucking Kuro voice actors. You went out and you said that I was problematic and that nobody should be communicating with me. Very, very, very interesting how you have this holier-than-thou attitude after trying to sabotage the guy who was attempting to help the most. You want to know why I'm so fucking bitter now? Because of you. And Allegra, I want to let you know, I have also seen the screenshots of quite a few people in the Discord that exist saying that if you interact with Tectone, you're blacklisted from the voice acting community. Straight up rat behavior. There's a lot of bad actors in this VA community, and to be honest, I'm glad that y'all are getting what you fucking deserve for refusing to work. Is what it is.
The stakes of the strike are understandably massive, given that they do have to do with how our voices are
If you read the book, you get kicked out. That's the way it should be.
used in the future, whether we consent to any of it or are paid. Those stakes mean that everyone is on edge, and everyone is passionate. But my gosh, I don't recognize the industry compared to last year. This is a freaking nightmare, and I think it needs to end.
Yeah, you want to know why that
But the reason why they're fucking going out like that is because they're losing. We are winning the war. They are losing the battle.
is? Because over the past year, guess what? The mask came off, and all of these voice actors who were revered as being good boys, well, guess what? Now they don't really have that luxury of not speaking out. Real colors were shown, and now people can understand the content of everyone's character. And it doesn't look so good.
She went on to say more than that, but we're just going to read up to that part for now, because similarly, she has now made a series of tweets saying once again, she thinks it's time to end this strike. There is one more thing I'll point out really quick, though, that being where she also went on to say, fans don't trust us, we'll never fully recover from this. And yeah, a lot of these VAs have completely burned the goodwill that fans had for them.
Yes,
and what these VAs also need to understand is that there's been a growing distaste towards the voice acting industry, the EN voice acting industry specifically, I should say.
Because they're all entitled fucking brats who take advantage of parasocial natures by saying, I'm the real character from Genshin Impact. Come talk to Eula IRL. Come talk to Acheron. And then every opinion they put on Twitter is just appealing to the fucking vocal minority on Twitter and farming up dudes from these fucking woke mob. It's pathetic. These people are soulless. Not all of them. Not all of them. Not all of them. Because there's a lot of good ones as well. But man, there's so many pretentious ass kissers in this community. I want to make this very clear. I think a lot of VAs are great. I think Sayu's voice actor is great. I think Weld's voice actor is great. Dr. Ratio's voice actor is great. Zila's voice actor is great, just to name a few. But man, there is so many fucking bad actors. It is so bad.
For a number of years, as
pretty much the ones who are bad are the ones who guilted the new voice actor from Tainari to join in because they didn't want him to join because they wanted to participate in the strike. And that was the real mask off moment. And to be honest, Paimon's kind of the worst of them all. One of the Legger's tweet I was able to find about talking about you. Sadly, this is how the Holyverse community is, but I don't think Tecton even said anything homophobic, just strange Coomer comments on Robin to piss off the people who are forcing their headcams around. I'm going to go ahead and say that targeting queer people with bait content and then monetizing the fact that they're upset by streaming it is shitty behavior. Allegra, if you don't understand that these people who cannot separate fiction from reality are a fucking problem, and me making fun of them is the norm, it's not shitty behavior. Because when these people say that this character is this ship, and this character is this sexuality, and if you disagree, you're transphobic and homophobic, those are the people we should be making fun of, not supporting. And the fact that you farmed a comment with over 4,000 tweets or 4,000 likes just to get a quick virtue signal, you're pathetic. This shit's insane. That shit was fucking terrible to deal with. Over some dumb shit like saying, hey guys, I don't think we should force on headcanons on anybody else. Yeah, we're saying that's a problem. Can you believe this shit, Robin? Can you believe this shit? No, Techie, I really can't. That's okay, babe. We'll have sex later.
Far too many VAs, English VAs, have been caught doing terrible things, whether it's attacking fans or being just absolutely overt predators, stuff like that. And so this recent situation with the strike and how manipulative these VAs have been and getting all caught being manipulative liars, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them, it made that growing animosity and growing distaste towards the ENVA industry that much worse. So that takes us to yesterday, where Laker Clark made this new statement responding to another VA who seems to have deleted his tweet. Go figure. We can try and presume some of the context though. First, let's see what Laker Clark has to say. They made a cheeky little correction this morning to confirm that employers are holding to it. Actually, sorry, it's time to end this thing. AAA productions are actively moving overseas because there's no signed contract to work on. I freaking hate it here.
You want me to tell you why these people are fucked? It's because the scale of political correctness goes like this. We got the edgy, and then we got the woke. And for 4 years, we were over here, turbo woke. And now that COVID's gone, the crazies, they're going back to their caves. They are. And the scale is slowly coming back to where people are allowed to make jokes again, where people are allowed to be fucking normal, because everybody does this shit off the internet. And the more over here, the more people are allowed to be human beings, the more people realize is, I was right. The content creators, where all they did was pander to the woke crazies, they're fucked. They're gone. They're gone. They are mindless, soulless, virtue-signaling bastards on this fucking platform. It was the worst time of my life knowing that everything I said was under the fucking microscope. We were going to say, this guy didn't pick a girl character, so he's misogynistic. This guy said the word gay, so he's homophobic. It was insane. The Genshin Impact community ran rampant with these virtue signalers. It was so bad. Picking any opportunity to label someone as a phobe or an ist, just shut the fuck up. Good God.
This is a strike where people are gleefully reporting each other to SAG for working non-union. My gosh, these people are so pathetic. These VAs are like literal rats. They literally snitching on each other to try and look better to the other VAs in the union that...
It's called virtue signaling, hero, hey? You know what? I don't. I've been talking about it for 4 minutes already. Well, not even 10 minutes. This shit, man, the mask is coming off, and man, they are ugly as fuck.
That approve of such behavior. Or the idea of non-union actors who work non-union during the strike may deny membership in the future is being thrown around in actor spaces. This stuff is petty.
And just remember, guys, I warned everybody about these people. And what was I told? What was I told, guys? No, you're wrong. They're harmless. They're great people. I love the VAs. I'll say it once again. There are people who get that I'm right, and there are people who don't get that I'm right. Yet, every single person with 100% accuracy, I have told you, is a piece of shit, ended up being a piece of shit. Guys, feel free to name names. Feel free to name names. There's a lot of fucking shitty people in this fucking community. And you know what they all have in common? They all tell you that I'm shit. They all tell you that I did this, I did that. And you know what I do? One by one, I show you I didn't do this, I didn't do that. And slowly but surely, I keep growing. And slowly but surely, they keep falling to obscurity. You want to know why? You can sit there and you can fight me with lies, and I will fight you with the truth. Just like I always have done for 6.5 fucking years. And guess what? My ass ain't going nowhere, brother. My ass ain't going nowhere. And I know it drives y'all motherfuckers crazy. Is what it is.
Yeah, let's read that one more time. Non-union actors who work non-union during the strike may be denied membership in the future. So, even if you're not part of the union, they expect you to stand in solidarity, as they put it, with the strike. What this really means is they expect you to not make money and not work. They think you have the privilege, the luxury of not needing that money. And if you do work, if you want to work, you need to make some money. Well, obviously, there's like other jobs you could be working to and all that. But I digress, at least in this space with voice acting. These other VAs will hate you, call you a scab, harass you, and SAG itself might blacklist you, and or at the very least deny you membership to the union in the future if for some reason you did ever want to join that corrupt union, which would probably be a mistake anyways. Continuing. Some of the most loving and professional people I know are being written off as employer plants for trying to encourage people to understand the language for themselves. Oh my gosh. Hardworking established talent are being called elites disparagingly for wanting to go back to work. To be clear, and I sincerely apologize for not leading with this, if I see a single freaking one of my peers tagged or heard their name tossed around with threats, then you're also part of the problem.
Jesus.
And let's address the elephant in the room. Some actors do want certain non-union games to flip union, but many are waiting to go back because they don't want to or feel they can't work non-union during the strike. Either it's to try to be a team player with the union or work out of fear of retaliation. Now, there is something that I find quite awful, and that is, let's go back really quick. So this section where she was saying, this is a strike where people are gleefully reporting each other to SAG for working non-union. And I mentioned this as like some pathetic rat behavior to me. This seems like what happened to Venti's VA, Erica, because we know that Erica said she was getting threatening letters from SAG. But then you had a number of VAs on Blue Sky talking about what Erica said and disparaging her for criticizing the union and talking about this stuff. And a number of these VAs, according to my recollection, it was like Kyle McCarley, Sharina, and Little Crebo, and some other like random ones here and there, were making it sound like they knew exactly what the letters Erica got were. Despite the fact that Erica didn't disclose what exactly they were, just that they were threatening. And then Kyle McCarley started talking a whole lot about breaking Global Rule 1. So this made it seem like one of them or another VA had ratted Erica out, and then behind closed doors in private, like told some of these other VAs in the clique, like, oh, I reported Erica. Like, it's some of the most pathetic rat stuff ever. Now, all that said, I don't think SAG should even be operating this way to begin with, because I think it's pretty scummy. Because on one hand, the union has Global Rule 1, which states here, according to SAGafter.com, this is something we talked about a lot in the past too, but bear with me. No member shall render any services or make an agreement to perform services for any employer who has not executed a basic minimum agreement with a union, which is in full force and effect in any
who can be the
jurisdiction in which
biggest,
there is a
fakest
SAG-AFTRA
fucking
national
rat.
collective bargaining agreement in place. This provision applies worldwide. Excuse me, by the way, SAGafter.org, not .com, but similarly on SAGafter.org, they have Union Myth 10. Quote, as a union member, I'm not allowed to audition for non-union work. They say, wrong. Fact, you are allowed to audition for non-union work. However, you cannot work without a union contract. Audition, get the part. You're likely to stand out in a non-union crowd. Once you're offered the role, explain that.
It's insane how these voice actors are encouraging people to actually get informed of the strike, but the problem is that they themselves aren't informed, so they don't even know why they're striking. And all they do is listen to their fucking ringleaders and listen to exactly what they tell them to do, because they don't know how to operate without fucking train tracks, which is like me when I play Elden Ring. But when it comes to serious matters like this, being informed is so important. But the problem is, the more informed you get, the more you realize how much the voice actors are in the wrong in this situation. And I'll be real, a lot of them lost hella fucking aura. A lot of them, like for real. They were beloved. They were worshipped like deities. And now people treat them like trash. And to be honest, it's kind of deserved.
You can't do the role unless it's union.
Not all of them, but some of them.
Let the producer know that going union is not nearly as complicated or expensive as they might imagine. Staff is right here in Texas to help the paperwork. Let's pause for a second, and then we'll take a look at these three bullet points, and we'll go back to the rest of the Clark's statement, and I'll see what Capitano's had to say and all that great stuff too. But pausing here, we just read a few very scummy things I'd like to point out. First of all, trying to get people to apply or audition for non-union work just so you can try and flip the whole project union. Very scummy. As we know, can also potentially negatively impact the non-union people working on that.
And the worst thing is we're going to see a lot of voice actors trying to throw other voice actors underneath the bus first. That way everybody thinks that they're the good ones, because they're the ones who cast the first stone. But then we're going to realize, a lot more of them are just shitty than we might think. So just wait, man. It's becoming a civil war out here. And they're all losing their jobs.
For example, getting them fired or forcing them to join union and pay members dues that they don't even want a part of. Otherwise, they lose their roles potentially. Very scummy. It's also just a giant waste of time for people, too. Having your members audition for a job, knowing full well that they can't technically work that job, as mentioned, is a big waste of time. These people are holding auditions, looking for people to hire, and then for them, your member then turn around and be like, actually, thank you for
why would you ever
booking
do
me
that?
on this role. Audition went well, thanks for booking me, but I can't actually work this. You're like wasting everyone's time. And let me point out here where they say you're likely to stand out in a non-union crowd. Notice how at this point in time in the process, the person after auditioning wouldn't actually be known to be a union member until like later when they spring that info on them. My point being, what they're implying here goes back to the pompous statements that SAG-AFTRA has made before, where they say that their members are more talented, better actors than the non-union plebs. And I'm rephrasing that a little bit, but that is what they were getting at. And you can see that same rhetoric being like interjected right here in a subtle and not so subtle way. For those that haven't seen this, here's one of the things I'm referring to, by the way, Union Myth 10, once again, SAGaftra.org. Quote, union actors are better actors. This is true. You're better because union actors uphold the industry standards for all performers.
That's
union
insane.
actors are experienced professionals who know how to act on set,
fucking stupid.
implying that non-union people are not professional and don't know how to act.
You're better because you've joined the cult. Shut the fuck up. What type of logic is that shit?
On set. Oh, frick. It goes
It's a
on.
blatant misrepresentation of reality.
And we've seen how union members will also openly harass people who are not union.
You join the union, you become better. Hi, yeah, bullshit.
various reasons. We could make
This guy's way cooler because he lost $4,000 and limited his career pool by 80%.
This part, oh my gosh, I did it again. This part, oh, what the heck. Before we go back to the VA statements, the new statements. Fact, you are encouraged to audition for non-union work because 1, non-union producers get a chance to see amazing talent they wouldn't otherwise see. 2, when you land that job, you get a union contract. You turn that non-union production union. 3, you can help organize more work.
Imagine bullying, gaslighting, and just harassing your coworkers falling out of
so
division.
Inform them about our contracts. It's like a growing virus. Hey, take over this project, and when you're there, maybe you can get some intel on other projects that are not union, so we can target them next.
Yeah, I'll be real. Using the word fact, saying that you're better because you're union, is the most disingenuous thing I've ever seen. And I swear to God, people have forgot what words' meanings are in Big 2025. Like, good Lord. Like, get an education. Holy shit.
Last thing about the note of union members breaking Global Rule 1. I do think as mentioned that it's really messed up for other union members to like gleefully rat out the other members. Like, don't be a rat.
Oh, absolutely.
But on the other hand, I also do think it's messed up for union actors to take non-union work when they're not supposed to, for reasons we already went over, but also because it's just messed up to take that work from people who are not part of the union. So yeah, that's something else. Back to Labor Clark. Someone said the fact that retaliation is on the table at all is actually disgusting. Free the artists. I mean, in this context, it's artists reporting other artists, though, like retaliating against them. Whenever people make blanket statements like this, acting like all actors or artists or whatever are like all innocent, it's like, bro, did you even read what you're responding to? Some of them are literally the rats. Laker says, those are the letters that I mentioned. KFC on question, but we don't have a union ID for it. Can you let us know what's going on with this? Otherwise, we may have to escalate this to the disciplinary committee. So like I mentioned earlier, it was weird how some of the VAs like knew what Erica was apparently getting, and technically that apply Laker now too. But maybe this information is now just public enough. Maybe Erica said some more stuff behind the scenes. I don't know. At this point in time, it's been a few weeks. So I think it's like a bit different than right after Venti's VA posted that info. Immediately, there were VAs on Blue Sky saying stuff about how they seem to know what it is. My point being, I don't think Allegra is one of the ones who are like really bootlicking for SAG and part of that whole clique. She seems like one of the ones openly criticizing the union to some extent, not the same level as Venti. I think Venti's Erica so far gets the most praise for that.
She's only doing it now due to the fact that that's what everybody wants her to do and say. And the reason why I know that is because silence speaks volumes. And that's the only reason why they're doing that, is because there are people who will just tell you what you want to hear when the right time is to say it. And then there are people who will tell you what you don't want to hear when the right time it is to hear it. And I'll be real, I'm not going to give anybody valor, I'm not going to give anybody honor just because they're parroting now what the common, or addressing what the temperament is of the internet and telling people what they want to hear when they want to hear it. There's no honor in that. Who cares?
For that, but Allegra definitely doesn't seem like she's, bootlicking for SAG either. So there's that. Finally, she says Global Rule 1 was largely ignored for so long in a field where non-union titles potentially outnumber union ones. So many people work off card. All of a sudden, people are tactically reporting the SAG, and Global Rule 1 is getting enforced. And it's being done tactically because they're reaching out about specific titles and franchises and trying to get people to sign letters to those studios going, please.
Like, I want to remind everybody that this strike has been going on for nearly 11 months. And now, only in the past 3 weeks, 4 weeks, when people got informed, now people were turning against the strike. So let me ask you a question. Where were all these people saying the strike was a waste of time 8 months ago, 7 months ago, 6 months ago, 5 months ago, 4 months ago, 3 months ago? They weren't anywhere. You want to know why? Because you all were deceived by the strike, and they let it happen. They could have informed y'all, and they didn't. They knew nothing has changed besides the information available to the public, and that's it. So no, I'm not falling for this bullshit at all. If it was such a big problem, like it's always been, but now the only reason why we're talking about it is because y'all got caught, hell no. I ain't giving no motherfucking praise for that shit.
These titles union immediately felt like blackmail to me. I mean, it does on many levels, including something I mentioned before, which is it seems like some of the people in...
Would you blame the people for that, though? 100%. Omitting information to the public because you know it's unfavorable for your career is fucked up. Guys, I'll be real. Even at a fault, stand-up individuals, like myself, will always give the public the information that they require, even at a detriment to their own well-being, because it is more than just the needs of you. It is about the needs of everyone. And that is what is very important. It's the same thing with the glider situation with Genshin Impact. So many people signed up for that. NBOSity probably made well over 6 figures for that glider event. You know how much I made? $0. You want to know why? Because I told all of you guys that it was shit and I will not be fucking participating. Because I put my money where my mouth is, and the world would be a lot better of a place if more people did that shit.
SAG and the union who are enforcing this stuff are also selective with who they are enforcing. It looks like, at least to me on the outside looking at this stuff, like they'll give some people a pass, probably if they're the bootlickers, but then other people, if they get reported, they'll be like instantly taking action against them, and it just coincidentally happens to be the people who are also criticizing the union the most in some cases. Yeah, that looks suspicious. But again, let me stress, I think it's messed up for union actors to be taking non-union work from people who are not part of the union. There's only so many roles out there, right? And if they're not supposed to work non-union roles, but they are, that is therefore taking those roles from people who would have got them.
It is.
Who are not union actors, but now they can't because that role's taken up by someone who's union and not supposed to be working that job, but here they are doing it anyways. I ultimately do hope that Erica will step away from SAG-AFTRA, and I think that'd be good for her from what I've seen. I understand easier said than done. But
guys, I'll be real. I think everybody should step away from SAG-AFTRA. There's no point. SAG-AFTRA doesn't have the power. It's the people who participate in SAG-AFTRA that have the power. Just leave. Why would you intentionally want to omit 80% of your career opportunities as well? Why would you want to do that? All while paying money to join and you only getting benefits once you've brought the cult leader enough money. Fuck that. It's a fucking scam, bro.
But it seems like she's more so headed that direction than not with all the statements she's recently. It sounds like she's actually going to be returning as Venti. I think she said something, I may be mistaken about this, but I do think she said something like she recorded lines from Venti already and just waiting for them to be added to the game. So I would imply that she's like done striking, which may also make the implication that she's breaking away from SAG-AFTRA. If that's the case, it may lead to a really good thing where we see more and more actors standing up to disruption and leaving the union. But let's see how that all actually plays out. Now, really quick, going back once again to the first tweet in the set of tweets that Allegra Clark had made, she was responding to this person, Elias, who we can see right here is specifically Elias 2 X's. I have no idea how to pronounce that one. But yeah, this guy who has worked in some gay work, etc., etc. Ooh, marathon. Oof, oof, oof. But it's too bad we can't see whatever the tweet he made is because
Marathon is so fucked, bro. If the devs can't make the characters hot, how can they make a good game? Legit. If you can't make good character design, why would I trust you to make a good game? The answer is I fucking wouldn't.
Again, it's now deleted.
shit's
But
a
hold on, look at
joke.
this. Someone
A
upset
fucking
with Elias
joke.
had screenshot his tweet. It looks like this upset person saying, quote, more happiness on here, less anger, unquote. Followed up by posting about being a scab and attacking the union that's fighting for you to not be replaced by AI. Hard to have sympathy for you, my guy. Okay, sad bootlicker. Elias had said, I voted no on this freaking strike almost a year ago now, right on the heels of the on-camera strike. I'm so sick of this whole thing. And unfortunately, we can't see the screenshot included here in full. But part of it had said, we held an informational meeting on Tuesday, May 13th to review the offer with members. At this meeting, members made it overwhelmingly clear that they did not want to take the deal that was on the table. Based on this feedback and hopes of resolving this issue, we delivered a response to employers on Wednesday, May 14th. To date, the employers have declined to respond to our offer and are holding to their last, best, and final proposal. The negotiating committee is currently considering its options and next steps. The SAG after bootlicker getting responses such as, with recent developments regarding this strike, quote unquote, I don't think that strike is for AI usage, especially if the company or game is not a part of it at all. Oh no, how can you live without your sympathy? Hard to have sympathy for a situation when none is offered by any side, resulting as abandoned the human element, and both angles should be ashamed of itself. But now here's some important additional context on this whole last offer thing. Actually, back on May 5th, Variety said video game companies release best and last offer to SAG-AFTRA addressing AI demands amid 9-month strike.
Yep.
The long and short of it is,
Near
as
10
mentioned, these
months.
companies have sent their best and last final offer, but it sounds like SAG, instead of taking the offer, which a good portion of their members want at this point, they want this offer to be taken and they want to move on and get back to work. Well, a number of their members, despite that, still want to continue striking, despite how these video game companies are saying like they're not going to keep negotiating with SAG after this point in time. Basically, listen, if SAG denies this offer and keeps trying to strike,
After striking for the sake of striking.
I can negotiate more. These video game companies.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. These people are fucked.
Yeah,
Right? Because the new AI shit came out, and the AI voice acting is getting much better at a scarily rapid pace. These voice actors will be out of a job very, very, very soon. And even a lot of streamers, the streaming field's about to be very saturated when AI streamers become a thing. Am I going to sit here and demand that us Twitch streamers band together and we prevent AI streamers from going on the platform? No. You know what I'm going to do? My job better than these streamers. That way people watch me instead of them. It's really that easy. Bitching about your competition rather than just outperforming your competition will, like, it's such bitch-made moves.
We'll start finding labor that does want to work, whether it's people who are not.
Or even better, just work with AI. Just work with the AI fucking benefits, right? Like, let's say, for example, AI streamers come to Twitch. And they're going to say, rah, 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 don't allow AI streamers. Fuck no. I like Neurosama's stream. I think they're great. You know what I'll do? I'll just AI my fucking self. And then I'll do 6 hours of me real streaming. And then I'll do 18 hours of my AI running. I'll work with the fucking AI. I don't care. Because bitching about more favorable working conditions rather than just make it better for yourself.
Part of the union, people overseas, et cetera, et cetera. Basically, these companies are sick of negotiating with SAG. It's been going on for about a year and a half now, if I recall correctly. This whole like official video game strike. And then there's the whole like unofficial like the work refusal going on with Toyoverse, VAs and all that stuff too. But it's interesting because there's now this like growing divide in the union with people that want this offer taken and people who don't want it taken, saying it's not good enough and keep striking. So it's a growing divide. And like
if I was a voice actor, I would make it very simple. I would work with the AI to have the best AI version of my voice possible. Outpace all the people who are refusing to work with the AI because having a good sample is very important, and then just shill that out to as many companies as humanly fucking possible and make people enjoy that one more than everybody else's and make it the most widely available. It's really that easy.
Like we saw with Elias, some people are criticizing the union to some extent, but then going on to delete their tweets for whatever reason. Maybe they got nervous, maybe they got a threatening letter, maybe other VAs were messaging behind the scenes, who knows for sure. But that takes us over to the VA for Capitano in Genshin Impact, among some other roles here. That being Chris Turgliafera, hopefully I said that right. And he went on to say, all of SAG after membership got to vote on the interactive strike authorization. And now, even after receiving the last, best, and final offer, SAG is saying they are still negotiating. No, you aren't. It's done. The deal is good. Now let us vote to end this strike. What I find confusing here is if SAG is saying that they are actually still going to try to negotiate with these video game companies who are saying that they're not negotiating anymore, is that not implying that the majority members voted already to continue the strike? And if not, then the implication is that some executives made a decision on their own, but ultimately these executives are ones that the members would have voted in. So what's really going on behind the scenes, I wonder? Hopping over to Blue Sky now for some examples of the divide between actors, VAs, members, if you will. We've got Kaiser Neko here. I'm not sure if he's part of SAG, but I think Sean Chiplock is. We'll look at that. Kaiser Neko says, and I say I'm not sure, but I'm more sure that he's not part of SAG than he is. But again, don't know for sure. Okay. Disclaimers aside, Kaiser Neko says, so it seems some VAs are saying that the current offer being put forward to SAG after is good and that they should vote on it. I'm hearing some conflicting points though about the actual quality of the deal. Then it may not in fact be good enough. Sean Chiplock. Day 4, I believe, what's his name? Red hair, black outfit.
Why are they tweeting all this shit out when they could just be talking to each other in DMs? Like, it just seems so performative. Like, brother, just DM these fucking people. You know? Like, why are we asking Twitter our thoughts about this shit when the only thing the public can know is what y'all tell them? So why are we trying to ask the public? Deluge saying, like, this just seems like trying to farm more people giving you updates for ending the strike because now y'all know you fucked up.
Or Sean Chiplock saying, one of the single biggest issues is that a lot of coverage applies only if a prompt used to make it is your exact name. That's it. Character name, no coverage. Game/series reference, no coverage. Literally anything other than Scott/Kaiser Neko, even if it's 100% your voice, no coverage. Another response here saying, issue number 2 among many, the right to use generated AI voices, including yours, to scab for you during a future strike. Yes, you person retain the right to go on strike, but your digital replica is allowed to keep working or replace you unless you want to pay the company to rescind that. But someone refutes that, saying this isn't entirely accurate. Who is this someone? Another VA? John Helldivers 2 Superman, occasional TV appear. Okay. Says this isn't entirely accurate. ICDRs and DRs are subject to consent and bargaining, ink on paper, in the LBF on a pay-as-you-go basis. The buyout was removed, yay, NEDCOM, that being the negotiating committee, I believe. There are 3 barriers against this: consent to ICDR, setting terms to it, and then being able to make one in the first place. Sean saying, can a company generate a digital replica of your, Craig's, voice without using your name, thereby circumventing the coverage your ICDR would receive by being directly attached to you, and then proceed to use that during a future strike without your consent? And some person says, Craig says, they could use GAI to enter in a character's name they own to create a replica. But it sounds like me, they're open to being sued. I for sure think companies are heartless, but I also think they're lazy. That hypothetical edge case doesn't scare me as badly as what we're putting at risk. Sean saying, sued by who? SAG-AFTRA and their legal team / funding? Or by you and your personal team? In the latter, what does that mean for actors who don't have access to their own legal team or enough funds to pursue a lawsuit? To which, as 2 hours ago,
I'm just so confused by these people who are talking about this on Twitter when they could just be DMing the shit. It's just so performative.
Weird.
as recording, I should say, there has not been a response to that question just yet. But all this is to say that, once again, as you can see, there is a divide between people in the union and not part of the union looking at the situation, divide with if they think the deal should be signed or if the union should continue striking against the companies.
They should end the fucking strike and they should go back to doing their jobs. It's really that easy. And I'll be real, I have no respect for people who are only speaking out now when everybody, and those people specifically, knew it was a fucking scam far earlier than the rest of the fucking public. They baited us into a false argument and a false war because we didn't have access to the information they had, and they sold us a false augmented version of reality in order to get us on their side for a unnoble cause. I have no respect for them. They should have spoke out earlier. It's very obvious. I have no sympathy. That's my take. I'm out. Peace.
Well, they're fucked. My eyes are free. We avoid take use AI instead and computer board. Simple. Pure and fucking simple. Mm-hmm. Think. Think.
速やかに片付けましょう。これはどう？ついてこられますか？これが飾りと。分かった。あなたがそう望むのなら。
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Left, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, each. I need 2 each. Two, 1, leave. Do it in the pacman.
Tsuite こられますか？
I'll tell you once again. I'll tell you from the
ついてこら速やかに片付けましょう。
You think? Let's go.
ひざまずきなさい。そばにいてあげるわ。これがモンテリの挨拶です。
What? Hello, babe. How you doing? What's up, V? Wow. That's beautiful. No. Yeah. As the cube event finished, 17 days.
The British establishment is in meltdown, in a move that has sent shockwaves.
I'm gonna have a look at the trophies here, because the 3 here, I'm not gonna take a while to get in here. Last 100 times. Beaver God, Jaffa God, Canada God, King Moon every level. Matthew. Food, Key, all Key, Pacman, all level, Pacman. Boom boom. 38 out of 100. How many do we need, damn? 100 take away 38. $62. Where's that new pad? Boom boom. Boom boom boom. 62. And that's of it. I'm gonna go grind on the hit the ball, restart, hit the ball, restart, hit the ball, restart, 100, get out. Okay. Do you need to complete the level something? Probably not. Papai level. det er werewolf. Det er bare med.
Done.
The enemy recalled. least we have to worry about fucking hitting the bloody target in this one. Yeah, those. Fuck off, you fucking fool. One. Come on, Pacman. Thank you. God. Okay. that boss, don't want to do it. I'm looking for some help with the shoot. Help. I hit this. ปั๊บตึ๊ด for around in here, and that's it. And do the buff bounce. And then we need to do the rolling. We're getting the buff bank one as well. We're gonna have my buff bank. Check that out. Going to the palace. Every enemy battery. They should put an indicator on where the fucking bin. Put that job fucking can where the fucking bin. So then, we need to tell you where the fucking bin. Oh, for God's sake. Begin the life, you with the life. Why did I fucking grab it? Hold it. There's no lip you can stand on. I don't have to do it. There we go. Đi Go London and Pacman near done. We're gonna bone here. Ja, dat voor een choice. Ja. Eh, biết đấy. What will easy mode do to fucking prevent running? They be running fucking nothing. Right off here. Easy mode does not have the fashion. It only has the scope. Gotta be a war. Right. Every enemy code by triangle. F, they can be. You couldn't even make that up. Yeah, I'm not gonna see somewhat. Just so you're not fucking attacking. Okay. this meal. Ma. There you go, I say that. Next. Then have to food was it? Smart. Play smart, not play harder. Come on. Really? 이거 살렸죠. 하지만 조금은 안 했는데. Next. 55. Dog. Again. Maru. No, not Maru. So, shifting over the D-pad because it is very tricky here for the analog. Simulator. What the fuck? I knew that was going to happen. Sorry? Okay. I'm going to bong nha. Back attack. getting started. Yeah, Jonathan David, Knuckle, and Amber. Not yet, but the old thing are doing it first. Yeah, the guy got my leg first. Yeah. On the other day, or you see you fucking got a part-time thing, because you know, nothing to do, we're fucking taking a coffee back. Yeah. to take a photo of them. That, the parent, the whole parent, will take it. Yeah. Yeah. How do you get it? Now come on! Got it. A and A. The hell? Ava. The key and the dog. I'm going to key it. Oops. Come on. Num, num, num. Here's the key. The crispy pacman. Ye fuck. Right, Mom. Okay. What? There it is. Give it back. That one. Yeah. Abi pointerden gibi. what a grind here. Hanging in the air, there's nothing to this. Don't do the roll attack with the animal. Do the roll attack with the D-pad. More control. I can step back and do this. Follow you. If wave 1 tornado don't follow you, if wave 2 tornado do. You know what I mean? You fucking fly pacman. Wow, you little fucker. Number, little follow. There we go. And that's it. Next. Let's move it up. See you in a bit.